Namaste everyone. A very warm welcome to all of you in this daily live meditation session with me, Dhyanse. We're meditating on 112 meditation techniques of Vigyan, Bhairav, Tantra. Last 4 weeks, we took a break, a gap in this Tantra journey. What is the significance of this gap? Other than the obvious reasons why, so that you meditators could catch up on this journey who had not been a part of this journey from the very beginning or had some missed out sessions. Other than these obvious reasons, what was the significance of this gap, of this break, just before we are reaching to the peak of Tantra journey? A break, a gap of 4 weeks. To understand the wisdom, to understand the significance of that gap, you'll have to find that out in the technique today, which Bhairava has given in Vigyan, Bhairav Tantra. The significance is to be understood in the meditation technique itself. Before we do that, let me ask you, could you hold the Tantra vibration in the last 4 weeks? Could you hold the love? Could you hold the truth? Could you hold the connection in you with me, with everyone else, with this Tantra vibration during these 4 weeks? Or you slowly filled it with some other things? Could you maintain this silence? Could you maintain this awareness, this practice, this energy, this vibration that is there in these moments every day while these sessions were not taking place? Could you hold this energy? For some of you, you must have been able to do that if you are rooted in silence, if you're rooted in emptiness, if you're rooted in nothingness. But for those of you who are not rooted in nothingness, who are not rooted in emptiness, slowly these sessions, they fade away for you without these live sessions happening every day. In the absence of these sessions, the Tantra vibration slowly fades away for you and you fill it with something else. What does this signify? This signifies that you need to be rooted in emptiness, not just in thingness, not just in the objectivity of things. You see, the way we live in our life, we understand everything as things. We hold on to everything as things, and we never think of things. We never root ourselves in emptiness. Even meditation, even silence, even awareness, even wisdom, we are trying to hold on to as something, as thingness, as something that has solidity, something you can grab hold on to. But the love, the truth, the connection, the silence, the awareness, all belong to emptiness. All belong to the existence which is there in emptiness, in the non-being, not in the being, not in the thingness. Because everything that is a being, everything that is a thing, it does not exist eternally. It is created, it is born, and it dies. If these sessions, if this Tantra vibration is there in you as a thing, it is born with the sessions and it will die in the absence of these sessions. And you will remain dependent on this. You will remain always dependent on meditation, on the practice of meditation. You will never be able to bring this to your 24/7 of your life. So the effort here is to not only give you a practice, not only give you a thing, but also to embed emptiness, to embed nothingness in you, so that all the love, all the truth, all the connection, the energy, the vibration, all of it, what Tantra has to offer and what all other wisdom traditions have to offer, they remain rooted and embedded in you forever, 24/7 in your life, as long as you are also reminded and rooted in emptiness, in nothingness in your life. But there are ways in which every master, every teacher becomes this gateway to take you from thingness to nothingness. The effort of these sessions and all what I have been doing in the past and will be doing in the future is to do two things. One is to establish the practice of meditation in you, where you can reach to silence, where you can taste this awareness, this energy that holds all the valuables of life, and then to transform that practice, to transform that thing that you have grabbed hold onto into nothingness, into emptiness, so that you can live this all throughout your life without leaning onto anything, without holding onto anything as your own experience, somewhere deep down in you, always alive. But there are always ways in which every master, every teacher is taking you from this thingness to this nothingness, to this emptiness. I'm reminded of a story from Upanishads, a very beautiful parable from Upanishads, where Aruni, one of the sages, he's asked by his son Shvetketu. This son, he is a very young child. He's listening to his father, the sage, who is giving discourses to his disciples. In that listening, he's awakened. In that awakening, questioning arises in him. He says to his father, "Who am I? What is it in me that exists that I cannot grab hold onto? I meditate every day silently in your discourses. Still, I cannot grab hold onto. What is it that exists in me? Who am I?" If this question was raised by any of the disciples, Aruni would have given a discourse. Aruni would have taken a different route. But to the child, how to explain, to that 5-6-year-old child, how to explain who he really is? What is it that exists within us, that is the basis of our true nature? He says to Shvetketu, "Go in the garden and get one of the figs from the fig tree." So Shvetketu runs into the garden. Very quickly he brings one of the figs back to Aruni. Aruni says, "Now open this fig." Shvetketu cuts the fig and breaks open the fig, and Aruni asks Shvetketu, "What do you see in that fig?" Shvetketu says, "I see 1,000,000 seeds." Aruni says, "Cut the seed. Take one of the seeds and cut open that seed." Shvetketu takes one of the seeds, he cuts it open. Aruni says, "Now what do you see?" Shvetketu says, "I see emptiness. I see nothingness." This is who you really are. This is also what is the source of your true nature. This nothingness, this emptiness. Remember this as you flow along in this journey, this Tantra journey, or any other spiritual journey that you take, with any other teacher, with any other master that you take, that other than this established practice, this established thingness in you, unless you're established in emptiness, unless you remain in the remembrance of nothingness from which all arises, from which your true nature arises, you will always miss. You will always be dependent on the thing as long as the thing is there, your experience of silence, your experience of awareness, of meditation is there. The moment there is an absence of that thing, you are not established in emptiness, you will feel shaky, your practice will dissolve, and you will move on, you will fill this with entertainment, and you will move on in life. So the message of this session, before we move into the technique of today, is to remind yourself of emptiness, of nothingness, as the basis of your true nature, in which there is love, in which there is truth, in which there is true connection. Everything else is just an idea of love, is just an idea, a philosophy of truth, is just a wish of having connection with everyone else, with eternity. But the truth of it is only there in emptiness, in silence. Move in silence, move in nothingness, move in emptiness. Let us listen to the technique which Bhairava has given in Vigyan Bhairav Tantra, related to establishing this emptiness, how to move from thingness to nothingness, to this emptiness, to the basis of our true nature. Bhairava says, having fixed one's eye on a particular object, one should slowly withdraw the gaze from it, as well as the knowledge of that object along with the thought of it. Then, O Goddess, one becomes an abode of the void. Let me repeat. Having fixed one's eye on a particular object, one should slowly withdraw the gaze from it, as well as the knowledge of that object, along with the thought of it. Then, O Goddess, one becomes an abode of the void. This is an advanced technique. This is the second half of a technique that we call as Trataka, where the journey, where the mechanism of meditation behind is that you're first of all taken into concentration, where your awareness from all different directions is focused on one particular object, so that you're completely one-pointed. There is zero distraction in you. Most people, most teachers, most traditions understand meditation only as that concentration, where all your awareness, all your energies from different directions are pointing at one thing. But that is just half the circle. That is just half the journey. That is just half the meditation. If you're only in concentration, that is half the meditation. And this technique, this sutra that is given in Vigyan Bhairav Tantra by Bhairava, completes the circle. He's taking not you from different places to concentration, but from concentration to emptiness, to that restful awareness which has no boundaries, which has no focus, which has no object in it. So Bhairava says, once you have fixed one's eye on that particular object, one should slowly withdraw the gaze from it. Now, once your concentration is fixed on a particular object, and that object could be anything. While we do this technique as Trataka, we use a candle, the flame of that candle, as the object of our external awareness. This is a very popular, very powerful technique which I have been doing also with my meditators in different sessions. If you're interested, take a look at some of the recordings from the past on my social media channels. But if you want to do this internally, if you want to not use an external object, it is also possible to do this using any object. It could be your third eye center, it could be your heart chakra, it could be your navel center. It does not matter which center of focus, center of attention you choose. What matters is once your awareness is concentrated, what do you do afterwards? You don't keep on holding on to that. You let go of that. You let go, first of all, of your gaze, your focus on that particular object. Then with that gaze, the knowledge that has arisen in you, all the ideas, all the concepts, all the philosophies, everything that has arisen in you, you let go of all those ideas, and eventually you let go even of the thought of that object. So you move from a dispersed, disturbed state of mind to concentration. That is first half, and this technique is relevant for the second half, where you let go of everything, where you let go of the focus of your objects. The reason why we took a gap, why we took a pause on this journey, is because some of you were holding on to the objectivity of these sessions. You were holding on to something along this journey, and that grip had to be released. You had to let go of everything that you were holding on to, and yet test yourself, yet see whether you have the love in you, whether you have the truth left in you, whether you still are connected to this Tantra vibration or not. If the answer is no, you have to work on yourself more. You have to work on yourself to establish yourself into the emptiness, moving from concentration to emptiness. This gap was in itself a device along this journey to force you into emptiness, to give you a glimpse of emptiness, to put you in that situation where you are tested. What do you do with that emptiness? Can you maintain the love, the truth, and the connection or not? How do we do this in today's session? We will bring our awareness to the third eye center, because it is the easiest to bring our focus onto, to build our concentration, to build this one-pointedness in us. It is the fastest, it is the easiest to do that on our third eye center. But the focus, the emphasis of today's technique, today's session, is the let go of it, is to move into emptiness. So in the first phase, in the next 5 minutes, we will bring our awareness to the third eye center. We'll concentrate, we'll focus ourselves there, and in the following minutes, we'll let go of all the focus, move towards emptiness, towards nothingness. I'll guide you through these steps. Please close your eyes and take a posture that is comfortable for you. A sitting posture with your head, your neck, your back aligned, alert, yet rested. Your breath flowing in and out restfully, and your awareness turned towards your third eye center. bringing your attention there at the sensations in between your eyebrows, the region in between your eyebrows. Bring your thought all your energies from all directions, your thoughts, your feelings, all your attention and awareness at your third eye center. Keeping your eyes relaxed. Feeling the sensations at your third eye center. Maintaining the focus every thought bringing you, pointing you at the third eye center. Every sensation pointing at the third eye center. And as you're one-pointed, focus, let go of the sensations. Let go of the focus. Let go of the feeling. Allowing the awareness to restfully expand. Not trying to hold on to anything or change anything. remaining in silence. Silence taking you into emptiness, in nothingness. Remaining in emptiness, in silence. In this place, there is love, truth, connection. Remaining in silence. This is who you really are. absolute nothingness. The truth. The enlightenment. Awareness on your breath. Back to your body. And very gently and slowly, you may open your eyes. Maintaining this remembrance, this connection, this opening access to emptiness, to nothingness in you. Taking this in your daily life, not just in these moments of meditation. Living this in whatever you do, in whatever life that you live, always embedded, rooted in nothingness, in emptiness. On this spiritual journey, if you wish to flow along in my guidance, along with other meditators moving towards truth, towards love, towards connection, you're more than welcome to be a part of our sannyasa family. To apply, please write me an email with your introduction, with your interest in our sannyasa family, and what can you give back to the sannyasa family. For this session, also giving back. There are two ways in which you can give back. Give back to this art of meditation. Give back to this vibration of Tantra. You can do that by donating, or you can do that by sharing the message of this Tantra, sharing the message of this session with your friends, your family, whomsoever you wish to share this message. Both are important to maintain, to keep this art alive, this endangered art alive in this world. Otherwise, amidst everything else, this art will disappear. Not that the vibration of Tantra, not that the truth will disappear from this world, but the humanity will lose this truth. Humanity will lose the love. Humanity will lose the connection. To keep it alive, do something. Give something back. Give something forward. Don't just take. Don't just keep the circle half. If these sessions, if this silence brings something to your life, give something back to keep this alive and maintain this for humanity, for yourself, for everyone else in this world. For those who are tuning via Insight Timer, I will take your questions, your comments in the next minutes. For others, thank you very much for joining this session. I will see you tomorrow, same time. Namaste.